Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and in today's video I'm going to be going through some stock that's come in. I haven't really put much content out apart from that Die of a Gold coin dealer. That video went crazy. I don't understand why either. Historically that video would get 300, 400, 500 views and it ended up getting 1500, so I don't know why that is. Anyone who's joined me from that video, you're more than welcome to peruse my back catalogue of, I think I've got 900 videos now. Let's get into it. So there's been two orders that come in. Both of them just turned up out the blue. One was for this bar. I've dealt with this gentleman before. He said to me, I want to sell this. What can you pay on it? I offered him spot. I've probably overpaid, but the reason I overpaid is because I actually like the bar. It's quite a nice bar. This is the White Cliffs of Dover. It's not too far away from where I actually live. I think it's a good design. I'll probably list it for spot plus 50 plus post, so spot plus 70. We shall see. It might sell, it might not, but I'm not inclined to come down on price on this because it is a limited bar and I just like it, and I have very little bullion in the reserve at the moment. Due to the high price rises, it's been pretty much taken apart, and that's okay. Let's quickly turn it over. I don't know what the mintage limit was for this. I don't even have it up. Do I want to check? I can check. You know what? I should have done this prior, so I'm not doing my job very well. Right, Battle of Britain. 20-gram gold bar. Royal Mint. Up. Oh, 500 bars it's limited to. It can't have been that popular because I think they still have it at the mint. Yeah, they do. You know what? Let's see how many they sold at the mint. Add to basket. View basket. They got 63 left, so they've sold 437. Make of that what you will. But overall, I think it's a very well made design. I'm not a fan of the Royal Mint, as people know. I recently saw from another YouTuber that they've had a absolutely awful time. And I'm not someone who will celebrate in someone's misery or failure, but it did make me smile because I think they've been gouging the clients for years. They've been gouging absolutely everyone. And the fact that they've taken the bloody nose that they need, good. You know, I've got no qualms with that myself. So yeah, that's that one. That was one order. I don't know, a gentleman yesterday messaged me and he said, I've got some silver that I want to sell. And I went, it's going to be hard. Like, with the price increase, I can only pay you a set amount. And he went, yeah, that's fine. So I ended up doing a deal with him. And it was only 16 ounces, but I'm going to sell these probably as a bundle. Let's rewind. Not rewind. Unfocus. Yes. So you've got a Noble, an Angel, a Valiant, and a 2-ounce QB Griffin. I'm not going to split these up because I just don't want to. I think I'm at the point where I don't want to deal with lots and lots of different orders. I'd rather just deal with one buyer who will buy 10 of them. That's just personal preference these days. I think also it doesn't help that I've been doing my counts for the last 2-3 weeks. And mentally, my mental resolve is not what it was 2-3 weeks ago. So let's get into it. 3 of these. These are toned pretty nice. I don't mind this. I think this adds to the bar myself. There's one of them, it's toned really well on one of the sides. Let's have a look. Oh, maybe I was wrong. I thought there was one with like a bluish tone, but scrap that. I must have been looking at something else. That's okay. I like these. When these first came out, I thought these were top of the range. Purple Mint, they just get things right, don't they? They get things right on a lot of things. Their quality is certainly up there with the best of them. And I think other mints could probably, or should probably, take a tour of their systems and processes to see where they can go right. Yes, that is aimed at the Royal Mint. You know, there's some independents who do a very good job as well. Some of the German mints are second to none. Scottsdale do a very good job as well. And I think the Royal Canadian Mint, if we're going to talk about it, I think their collector coins, some of those coins are top notch. They're years ahead of other areas. 2 of these. So I will probably sell this as a bundle. You're probably looking at about $380, $390 posted for the 10 ounces. That's certainly worth more, so it will drag the price up. And then there were 6 other ounces that came in. These I will sell individually. I'll leave them there. These are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I've had these in the past. They're a fan favourite. You're probably looking at 40 plus post on these. Some of these are tarnished though, that's for sure. I can't recall if this was an American made bar. I think one of the groups had a series and they were producing a bar or a coin each year. Silver bugs maybe? If someone knows, let me know. But looking at it, I've got a feeling one of my good friends is going to message me about these. I'll probably let him have one of them, but really nice. The effect on these is top. So that's a supernova for those of you who can't read. I really like this bar. Really do like this bar. It's just well made. So there is, like I said, there is tarnishing on some of them. Now there's not a lot of money to be made on these 16 ounces, but overall it keeps the machine moving forward. It allows me to move some postage, which these days is it's a bit of a lifeline for me. It has been pretty slow, but I think I've cracked how I'm going to get around that, because I am winning odds and ends from auction. I won some gold at auction. There's going to be 2 coins to show you. There's 100 franc and there's going to be a 40 lira. That lira is beautiful from the pictures. Let's see what it looks like when it comes in. But I've got to go collect it. I've roped a friend in to drive me for collection. Basically, they said they'd post it on their terms and conditions, and then they told me they wouldn't post it, and then I phoned them and they were like, oh, we can, but you've got to up the insurance on your own behalf. And I just went, I'll just collect it. Like, by the time you've done that, it's fine, don't worry about it. It's not too far from me. It'll probably do me good to go and collect. I can have a chat with the auction house, see what they're usually like. So yeah, 6 of these, absolutely stunning. 10 ounces here, and a 20 gram gold bar. So in terms of like the best thing, it's got to be this. This is a really nice bar. So it's kind of a sell, but equally if it doesn't sell, I'm not really too bothered. Like in terms of like selling down what I've got, I was looking at my reserves and I was like, I'm actually at the point where there's not really that much to sell. There really isn't. You know, I'm building up piles and reserves of like currency coins and copper coins, but in terms of the gold and silver, I've practically got everything but them at the moment. You know, I've got this, which hasn't sold. I put it up for 2k. It's gone down to 1900. But apart from that, there's very little to sell. So I've got to go and hunt it to find it, just to kind of balance the books. But I'll make a video on that, because overall, I'm practically there. Like I've gone through the numbers and I've gone through different scenarios, and I've got what I need. I don't really need to trade anymore, but I'm going to do it just to build up my international currency reserves. But it doesn't make good YouTube. That's the problem. I can make good YouTube with gold and silver, but people don't really want to watch copper or Swiss francs, American dollars. You know, so I'm going to have to find the balance between the educational and the gold and silver, I think. I don't know. Or maybe I'll do what I usually do and just not put content out for 2 months and then put out 20 videos in 10 days. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one.